Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. That's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He might want another play. Austin Mack. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Mack. Quickly complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might be changing the route. Throwing Matt. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And down he goes. A sack on fourth down, and the defense gets the football back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interested to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm.
Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Trying to run it in. And he's in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah Land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Let's see what he can do with the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Austin Mack. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's first down from the 11. Tight end now in motion. Running inside, it's McAllister. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Throwing, Sellers. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They haven't exactly they've burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Hill. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Mack. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Corners are going to bail. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hard running there. Thrust that arm out. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Sellers. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
Number 24, set to kick it away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Throwing, Mack. Firing to the right, complete. Runs through a man, he might have some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give from the gun.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Nice 1st down execution.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Austin Mack. Got the quick pass. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama in that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of...
Here's a little room there. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the away team sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10.
That's a first down for the offense.
On the move, it's McAllister. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff from the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. Mack. The quick out. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. They're going back to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Might have a chance. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give on the inside. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. On the ground, it's Hill. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
On the play.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Absolutely perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Here's Sellers to throw. fires downfield. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
What an unbelievable job by the secondary. No pass rush in sight. Quarterback had all day to throw, but they still took away all the options in the back end. Great job.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit.
And it's a good sign for this defense, man. The first two drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big on a third down, forcing the fourth down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness. It took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Tries to get it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the run, it's Hill. Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Marches ahead. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Snowed under by the defense. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Just drives it between the uprights. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throwing, Sellers. Dances away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
This Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Sellers through the noise. Flips it out on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sellers. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Missouri State Bears. And it's the Mustangs looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to... Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide ready to roll on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Hill. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
The run inside. It's Riley. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Hill. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive watching them just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like, this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here to the second half. Like, early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
And after the extra point, they're down 4, 17-13. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Sellers to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got a man in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Running inside, it's Riley. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking for room, it's Hill. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short.
Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead here in the second half. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just
Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Running the red zone, it's Coleman. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Bama! Back and forth they go as these two high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The run inside. It's McAllister. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one,
He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Using his legs, it's Hill. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those